All right. Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Kasie Enman after her second place finish at the 2015 U.S. Mountain Running Championships. Congratulations, Kasie.
Thank you.
You had a pretty good race out there.
Yep, I got my top 4.
You got your top 4. You're going to Wales.
Going to Wales.
Pretty excited about that?
Yeah, definitely.
You worked your way up during the race.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah?
A little bit.
So where were you? I obviously didn't see. Where did you go out, say, at the top of that first steep climb before you got on the dirt road climb?
Yeah, I was like in the top 4 or 5. I was with Brandy on the climb, and she's always a good one to be with on that climb because she's super strong on the uphills. And I think there were 4 other women, there were 3 others. So there was kind of like 5 of us that I could see. I didn't know how many were piled up behind us. And then I don't remember if I was 3rd or 4th at the top of that. I might have moved into 3rd at that point. And then just kind of held that position coming down. And things started to spread out, I think, a little bit. Yeah. And then on the next climb, I moved up into 2nd.
Was that did you make a discreet move, or was it just like you continuing a solid effort?
No, a couple of the other women that were up in the front were hiking a lot of the uphill, and so I just kept running, and so just moved ahead.
Gotcha.
And I had a better sense of the altitude after the first lap. Going into the second, I just had more confidence that I could handle. Pushing the pace a little. And
were you at all trying to get a little gap? Because like Kimber Maddox, who was in 2nd, was as turnover.
I knew she had turnover. Yeah. I was just doing all I could. Yeah. I really was focused on top 4, so I wanted to make sure I hedged my bets on not killing myself so hard trying to get a gap that I then imploded and got passed by 5 people or something. So I was, I definitely, the first descent, I tried to use it as recovery instead of really push it hard and then save that for the second lap. And the strat, worked out well today. I felt good enough and I handled the altitude well enough and was in position the whole time. I didn't have any real nerve-wracking moments where I thought I was losing it or anything. So it was just this nice smooth race.
And you have a pretty solid team going to
it seems that way. And I think, if what I've heard about the course is, if it's similar profile to this and no worse footing, I think a couple of those people that do have that track speed background could do really well on the kind of course that.
Yeah, especially somebody like Kimber who hasn't done something like this before. The second time.
Yeah, you think the improvement curve would be super steep. So
like Patrick Smythe on the men's side, finishing 2nd last year, not having a bad race, but just
totally
controlling the race.
And then you combine it with a couple of us with good experience, and it should be a really solid medal contender of a team.
Will you focus your training pretty solidly on that between now and then, or are you doing a bunch of racing in between?
I'm really hoping to get a road marathon in at the end of August, and then so I'll have to be mixing some of my training preparation. But it all works together really well. I race mountain racing really well coming off of good solid marathon training. That's kind of training I respond the best to anyway. So that's kind of what my mountain training looks like anyway.
So what is that for you?
It's just getting in some good consistent volume, getting in workouts that are just practicing running fast on tired legs. So just some longer intervals and a mix of things, and just pushing hard at the end of a longer run. Just strength type training. It's real strength work.
You're not doing 8 times 400. You're building the diesel locomotive out there.
Yeah, or if I'm doing 400s, I'm doing my recovery at tempo pace or some stuff like that.
Sort of like a rolling kind of workout.
But it translates well into mountain because the mountain racing is really strength racing, and it works. You kind of have to push hard in the uphill, and then you get the downhill where you just turn over and a lot of changing gears and running fast when you're tired.
Well, it certainly worked out for you today.
Thank goodness. You need a good race every once in a while. I'll take it.
You've had plenty of good races, but it does feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations,
Thank
Kasie.
you.
Thank you.